What are the safest suburbs in Portland?
That's a great question.
It is a great question, isn't it?
Let's discuss.
Welcome back to Living in the Pacific Northwest with Hal Byrd. I'm Hal Byrd, and
I am JB.
On today's video, we are talking about the best and safest suburbs of Portland, Oregon.
Yeah, so this is a very hot topic because a lot of people are looking for a safe, clean, well-rounded suburb in and around Portland, Oregon, which is a very lush, green, fun, unique, eccentric city that has a lot of world-class attributes.
And there's so many people that are coming into the Portland metro area because of job relocation, retirement, maybe you're empty nesters, you're looking for a lifestyle change, climate migration, a lot of things we've talked about on this channel. And so many people don't want to necessarily be in the city. They're looking for the best suburbs while still having access to the big city.
And this would be a great time to mention that Living in the Pacific Northwest with Hal Byrd was a channel that was thought of and born out of our history of moving to the Northwest about 7 years ago. At the time, we didn't have any friends or family in the area, and we were desperately looking for resources like this one that we're sharing with you today.
So if you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in the Pacific Northwest, make sure to shoot me a text at 360-818-4438. We help people from all around the country relocate to the Portland metro and Southwest Washington areas. So if you're considering a move, you can book a Zoom with me in the description below. All our contact information is there too if you prefer email. Text is the easiest, fastest way to get in touch with our team.
So a lot of people are wondering and looking for safe and desirable neighborhoods around Portland. What constitutes a safe and desirable neighborhood?
So when we're talking to people who are thinking about moving to the suburbs of Portland, Oregon, one of the big things that people say they care about is the crime stats. So in today's video, we're going to highlight some of the areas that we feel particularly safe in. So it's a little bit anecdotal, but you can look up crime stats. We have links to public data about crime from the local authorities, the city of Portland, and the FBI. So you can find those links below. And we always recommend contacting the local police department. If you're able to be in person in a neighborhood at night, go check it out. But we're going to talk about neighborhoods that we feel particularly safe with. Obviously, communities change. Safe communities can become unsafe and vice versa. And so this is not a static information. It's just what we think are the best suburbs.
Now, besides crime statistics, some other key factors that people are looking for in suburbs is a strong community involvement, right? I think we all agree that if the residents of a community are highly involved in that community, it tends to be cleaner, safer, more appealing. A high quality of life, access to top rated schools, public services, conveniences that make daily living a little bit nicer and easier. And outdoor and recreational activities, places that you can bike and hike, waterfront areas, places that just make, again, living in a certain place more well-rounded and enjoyable.
And then obviously the elephant in the room is the real estate market and the value. So how well is your home gonna hold its value? What sort of home can you get for what price? We're gonna talk about the median prices in each of the suburbs as well.
And I can't think of anyone better to educate us on that than our own Hal Byrd.
Thank you. So let's jump in. So the first one we're gonna start with is probably the most famous, most popular, most high-end of all of the suburbs of Portland, and that's Lake Oswego, Oregon. Lake Oswego is known for being a very high-end, affluent area that is centered around Lake Oswego. There is a lake there. It was once private. There's an ongoing legal battle to give the public access to it. And there's great shops there. There's lots of outdoor recreation activities like you were talking about. So like boating, swimming are very popular. If you're looking at school ratings, again, there's a variety of sources that you can use to source them. We'll link them below. Some of the top rated schools in the entire Portland metro area, and I think in the entire state of Oregon, actually. So you have lots of luxury homes, boutique shopping, some fine dining, which really create a well-rounded lifestyle. And then we're filming this in 2025, and we looked at the 2024 data. So the median price for a detached home, or what some people would refer to as a single family home in Lake Oswego, was $1,175,000. So median price for 2024.
And next up, we have West Linn, Oregon. West Linn is a more rural, suburban, peaceful setting compared to Lake Oswego. A little bit more elbow room, if you will.
Yeah, more country-like, lots of land.
Yeah, it's definitely known for its excellent schools. It's known for its outdoor recreation, access to the Willamette River, and a slower pace of life. And in 2024, the median price in West Linn, Oregon was $825,000. Definitely a great option.
Yep, great suburb. And that brings us to Beaverton.
Beaverton is a dynamic, diverse, fast-growing city suburb of Portland. Beaverton is also known for its top-rated parks, strong schools, and its strong tech presence in the region.
I heard it has good bike infrastructure too.
It has very good bike infrastructure.
And headquartered to Nike. Now, in Beaverton, the 2024 median price for detached homes was $600,000.
Sounds like a steal.
Well, it depends on where you're coming from.
That's very true. And what you're looking for.
Yes.
All right.
100%. That brings us to Sherwood, Oregon. And we have a few friends that live in Sherwood. I would say they describe it as a very charming, close-knit community, and it has a historic downtown, but also modern conveniences.
It's also a little bit further out from Portland, right?
Yeah. I think this is our furthest out suburb that we're featuring. And Sherwood has a strong reputation for being safe, having great schools, being very welcoming. It's also right on the, I would say, the cusp of Oregon wine country.
Yes, the Willamette Valley.
And so it makes it a pretty unique Portland area suburb, especially if you don't want to be that close to the city. I think this is a great place to be.
It's also anecdotally, a lot of our motorcycle rides kind of take place in and around that area. So it's kind of like, for me, mentally, it's a point when we're going towards the coast, kind of almost like not a halfway point, but kind of getting out of the city and out of the urban life and into the countryside.
Yeah, because you take those windy roads on your motorcycle, don't you?
Nothing like it.
And the median home price in 2024 here was $700,000. For all of the median home prices, we're rounding to the nearest $25,000 point, because that's where most of our clients are searching. They search in like $25,000 increments. So if someone usually, let's say, ups their budget, they're going to go from $500 to $525. That's kind of the brackets that people search in. Next is Wilsonville. This is more of a master plan feel of a suburb. Developments are pretty modern. It has really good access to public service and also access to I-5. So if you think you might need to, or if you have family that's down in like Eugene, Salem, but you also need to be going up north, whether that's Portland or into Washington or even into Seattle, let's say you have a regional job like a lot of our clients do and you want easy access to I-5, Wilsonville is a great location for that.
That's a great point.
And I would say in Wilsonville, you can definitely live a very active lifestyle with the parks and the bike trails that they have. And it's really appealing to people who I think are professionals who are looking for a little bit of a quieter setting. Definitely has, like I said, to me, the most master plan feel. And the median home price here for 2024 was also $700,000.
And about how far from downtown Portland is Wilsonville?
Wilsonville's about 20-25 minutes, depending on traffic, whereas we were just talking about Sherwood being a little farther out. Even though on a map they look very similar distance, because Wilsonville has that easy access to I-5, it's a lot quicker to get up into the city. Whereas Sherwood, you have more like 2-lane highway type driving, so more like small highways. You're not as connected to the big interstate. The next suburb we want to feature is Tualatin, Oregon.
Tuala who?
Tualatin. Some of the Oregon pronunciation will take a little getting used to. So I feel like Tualatin has great access to parks like the Tualatin River Greenway. You've got access to Bridgeport Village, which is one of our favorite shopping centers in the whole metro area.
I believe every city should have a Bridgeport Village. I'm saying, what if Ridgefield had a spot like this where we could go, shop, eat, have a little amphitheater?
I just know this is where I might do less online shopping and I might just come here and shop in person because it's easier, I feel like, to look at things than like if I wanted to shop here, I'd have to go to the Anthropology website and the Marine Layer website and whatever Sundance is and the Lululemon website, or I could just And even though Bridgeport Village is technically in Tigard, I think that because you have such easy access to it, it's a great location from a shopping balance standpoint. Also well-regarded schools, and the median price point here in Tualatin for 2024 was $650,000.
And going back to the recreational side, we've taken bike rides through Tualatin with our bike club from Portland, so they have a great infrastructure if you're looking to have a well-balanced, active lifestyle.
Yeah. And we've got the last Oregon suburb we're going to cover.
Is it going to make me sad or happy?
It's going to make you happy.
I'll take it.
It's Happy Valley.
Happy Valley, Oregon. So Happy Valley, Oregon is a super fast growing modern suburb with newer developments and scenic views. Amazing views, actually.
Yeah, and this is the only suburb that we're featuring in Oregon that is actually on the east side of the metro area.
Interesting.
And I think the thing for me that I really like about Happy Valley is, number one, it's a great place to get views if having views in real estate is important to you, but also there's tons of gated communities. I mean, I'm not talking like those Texas, like sprawling communities that have their own shops and schools and stuff like that, but there's a lot of protected communities, like little small subdivisions that are gated.
Yeah.
So if you like a gated community, I think Happy Valley is a great place to look.
Happy Valley seems to me very curated. Like you said, it's a lot of individual identity and characteristics. Some just because of the topography, you can get some amazing kind of like street settings and kind of the stuff that I would say it's not cookie cutter, if you will.
Yeah, and I think it also has a lot of, like, it's got the strip malls, but they're very nice and clean, like all the suburban amenities I think you could want.
Quite enjoy Happy Valley. It has expansive parks, very walkable community, and a very strong sense of community. That's the vibe there.
Yeah, and the median home price for Happy Valley in 2024 was $700,000. And so we covered all what we think are the best and safest suburbs of Oregon. And as a bonus, we want to talk about...
Hold on. Drum roll, please.
There's a little wrench in it. It is a Washington suburb of Portland.
These are supposed to be suburbs of Portland, Oregon, lady.
When you live in a border town or when you live near a border, obviously you have suburbs that expand and cross state line.
That's interesting. Let's talk about that.
So we've got Camas, Washington as one of the best suburbs of Portland, Oregon, which sounds funny to say.
It does sound ironic that one of the best suburbs, right along the lines with the other towns that we mentioned, is not only not in
the same state.
In the state, it's across a river.
Yeah, it's across the river. So what you're gonna get with Camas is also a great place for views because there's a big boring cone on Prune Hill.
A boring what?
It's a volcano term.
I like exciting, sexy cones.
Don't make me explain what it is, but I can just tell you that's what it is. And so you get lots of views, great schools, probably the best schools in Southwest Washington.
Nice mascot too.
The paper makers. That's, I guess, the downside of it. People don't love the look of the mill, but it's not in full capacity, or it's not running at full capacity anymore. So there's no more smell. And the big draw to Camas for people who work in the Portland metro area is that if you are hybrid or you working remote, where you're actually conducting your work in Washington, you won't have state income tax. Whereas if you live in Camas, but you work in Oregon, so say you're a Nike employee and you're commuting to Beaverton 5 days a week, you're still gonna pay Oregon state income tax. So in order to take advantage of the no state income tax, you have to be living in the state. So we have plenty of videos on Camas you can check out. I'll link some of them here.
Yeah, also, just from a safety standpoint, Camas is very highly regarded.
Yep, top 5 safest cities in the state of Washington.
Matter of fact, just last year in 2024, Camas was rated one of the top 50 places to live in the entire United States by Money magazine, money.com.
And the median home price in Camas, Washington for 2024 was $825,000.
Yeah, and if convenience is important to you, one of the other upsides with Camas is that the proximity to PDX International Airport, I would probably bet is close, if not closer, than most of the other suburbs we've mentioned.
Yep, that's a good point. So if you're traveling a lot for work, that could be a good one. So we feel these are the best, safest suburbs of Portland, Oregon. If you're looking for a suburban lifestyle that includes being able to have an active lifestyle, easy access to shopping while still being able to get into the city, these are some of the things that make the suburbs appealing to live in without having the congestion, the urbanization, the pollution, noise that you get in a big city.
Yeah, and I think everyone kind of knows inherently what, that a safe kind of a relaxing suburb experience offers. And all of these cities offer that in spades.
So if you are looking to move to or within the Portland Metro and Southwest Washington area, our team would love to support you in your move. And if you're watching this, comment if you are out of the area, what you're looking to get or what suburbs seem the most appealing to you from what we mentioned. And if you're here, let me know what your favorite parks are, your favorite trails, why you like where you live. We'd love to hear from you in the comments. Make sure you like this video, subscribe, share it with your hesitant spouse potentially. We have some of those initially. But I have to say, out of our clients that have relocated, the hesitant spouses sometimes become the people that love this area the most.
Which is always like kind of a fun development.
Yeah, it's like a fun arc to watch.
Fun arc. And also, if you have any thoughts after watching this video, maybe some other areas that we should spotlight, or if you want any maybe further information, again, we thrive off of engagement with the channel. Positive criticism, positive suggestions. That stuff that helps us deliver more and better content to you.
Yeah. So we will catch you next time.
Ciao.
Ciao. Do you want me to wait till you're done, or do you want to be drinking out of a straw on camera?
Not really.
Okay. We are happy. Why did I say that? Okay.
Recreational spaces, places where you can bike and hike and walk. These are places, hold on. Will you stop looking at me? Oh, you can look at me. Outdoor recreational spaces. What if I had sunglasses on? You couldn't even see where I was looking. Subject as a city, especially when it's near and dear to us here in the Pacific Northwest. It's a city like any other, not without its flaws.
When you say your say pause, and then do it. Because if you say it's a city, like, you see what I'm saying?
Say pause. Access to the Willamette River, and pause. A slower pace of life. Pause.
Okay, go ahead.
That's why I'm better off the cuff, man. I'm like, I'm like float like a butterfly.